Good morning. Welcome to your Tuesday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I am all stuffed up today. I don't know what that's about. It smells ozony out there, so maybe that's what it is. But I have had 2 bouts of sneezing, so we'll see how long it takes for another one to hit. And I was totally convinced that today was Thursday. So happy Tuesday. Good morning, Abigail. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. But if I sound like I have a frog, I think whatever's in the air is not making my nose happy at all. So we will talk around the frog, I guess. So today we have a card from the Virtues Reflection Cards by the Virtues Project. Thank you for the sunrise and the sun. Very nice. Thank you. And welcome to whomever else has popped on. Glad you're here. Looks like everybody's starting to find it and pop on. And there, finally, Cindy. Glad you showed up. It's not rolling names. How weird is that? Whatever. All right, so it's gonna be one of those days, perhaps. Good morning, Carolyn. Good morning, Susan. Glad you are here. Welcome. So, Virtues Reflection card by the Virtues Project, and our card for today is Sincerity. Sincerity. So let's just take a couple of nice deep breaths and just tune into what comes to your mind when you think of that word, sincerity. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Letting your shoulders drop. Good morning, Judy. Welcome. Glad you're here. We have sincerity today. So here's what it says. Sincerity is being open and genuine. Our words and actions reflect a truthful heart. People can trust that we mean what we say and we say what we mean. When we are sincere, our actions come from a pure intent. We give for the sake of giving. We are transparently truthful. I liked that one. Good morning, Mel. Glad you were here. Transparently truthful. So sometimes that might be saying things that we don't really want to put out there, kind of like what we talked about with the Taking the War Out of Our Words book. Sometimes we don't like to say something because we feel like it gives away our position as if we're at war, right? And sometimes we don't like to say something because we're not comfortable with how we think the other person is going to react. Say it anyway. Say it anyway. Sometimes as kindly and lovingly as we can, we need to say those things. What did it say? Transparently truthful. We don't do things to impress others. We have no need to deceive or pretend to be something we are not. What you see is what you get, okay? We know it is enough simply to be ourselves. Isn't that a lovely line? We know it is enough to simply be ourselves. The quote is by Basil Rathbone. I thought that was interesting. Never regret anything you have done with a sincere affection. Nothing is lost that is born of the heart. Nothing is lost that is born of the heart. And then the practice of sincerity, we have our I statements. And so just listen with your intuitive ear for the I statement here that might be the one you want to carry with you for the day. And it can also tweak some words. If changing a word or two makes it strike closer to home, perfect. I am honest and open. I have no hidden agendas. Isn't that an interesting one? I have no hidden agendas. I can be trusted to speak honestly. I have no need to exaggerate or impress. I have no need to exaggerate or impress. My intentions are genuine. This last one, this is a good one. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for the flower. Very pretty. I am content to be myself. I am content to be myself. I'm thankful for the gift of sincerity. It keeps life pure and simple. Keeps life pure and simple. So there it is, sincerity. I like palm trees, very nice. Nice calming touch, yeah? So, what are your thoughts on that? Sincerity. I mean, we all have our sense of whether or not someone is being sincere. And the more sincere we sense they're being, the easier it is to be real ourselves with that person, right? Good morning, Beth. Glad you are here. We have sincerity for today. And I'm going to read the card again because I really want to have you pick out either a sentence that piques your curiosity, gets you thinking, etc. Whatever. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you are here. Welcome. Sincerity. Sincerity is being open and genuine. Our words and actions reflect a truthful heart. People can trust that we mean what we say and we say what we mean. When we are sincere, our actions come from a pure intent. We give for the sake of giving. We are transparently truthful. That's the one you like, Cindy? Nothing is lost that is born of the heart? Yep. And that's Basil Rathbone who said that. Yep. Let's see. We give for the sake of giving. We are transparently truthful. We don't do things to impress others. We have no need to deceive or pretend to be something we are not. We know it is enough simply to be ourselves. I really like that part. We know it is enough simply to be ourselves. So can you really settle into that energy? I'd like you to close your eyes. Not if you're driving, but just close your eyes and take a couple of nice deep breaths. I know it is enough simply to be me. I know it is enough simply to be me. Breathe into that for a moment. Right here, right now, exactly where you're at is enough. You are enough. Just breathing into that, feeling where in your body do you feel that the most? Good morning, Barb. Glad you are here. And where in your body do you may not, but where in your body, there we go, I have no hidden agendas. Awesome. Where in your body do you sense any resistance to that idea? I am simply enough. We know it is enough simply to be ourselves. Do you have any resistance in your body to that? If so, I want you to focus right there and just breathe. Like all the pretty flowers that are popping in, just breathe. We know it is enough simply to be ourselves. Because I think there's several messages out in the world that tend to try to counter that for us. And if we can stay grounded and centered in, I know it is enough simply to be me, that's fabulous. That is fabulous. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to show you the card again. There it is. Yes, when we felt rejected, and I'm going to say felt rejected, because oftentimes this stuff comes on as a kid. It comes on as a kid, and we may not have perceived accurately, or we may have inflated something or not given something else enough credence. Yep. So we want to practice changing those words, Judy. Just shift the words. And as you say them, be the curious observer. They may feel like you're lying, or they may feel like you're putting on that facade. I know it is enough simply to be me. I know it is enough simply to be me. That may feel like a lie to you, okay? The more you breathe into it, the more you practice it, the more you tentatively step into it, the more it's going to become your truth. Your truth, okay? I know it is enough simply to be me. Again, many of us need a ton of practice on that, especially as women, especially as people growing up in America, especially as people inundated with advertising. We have a lot of things working against us there. We can choose very simply just to step away from that. I choose not to engage with that kind of stuff. Like I'm taking my hiatus from the news. So if I don't mention something on a YEMIG that's a big hairy deal at the moment, know that it's probably because I don't know about it. Again, my belief at this point, absolutely, we all struggle to feel this way often. And when we start, like right now, I just named 3 facets of our experience that put us in the position to not feel like enough, right? So we have work to do, friends. We have work to do. And there's a lovely little book I just started reading. You know how the universe always hands you what you need when you need it? I'm trying to remember. I think it's called Women's Work. women's work. And it's a community organizer talking about the experience of community organizing as a woman. And interesting to learn this. I did not know this. I mean, I'm pretty new to this whole area anyway, but that there was one school of thought in community organization that, I can't remember what the name of it is. It starts with an I, but the word that came to me was inquisition. It's basically when other community leaders, in their efforts to support you, bring you along, help you grow, develop your teeth, etc., are very challenging to you. What makes you think you can do this? You know, what makes you think what you just did was good? Blah, blah, blah. Very challenging, almost baiting. And the woman who wrote the book talks about how integral that approach was to her becoming a good community organizer. Good morning, Lucy. Welcome, welcome. I, on the other hand, my toes curled and I went, oh my God, I don't think I'd be very comfortable with someone confronting me that way without me coming back with some pushback. So again, here's the place where I can practice our book stuff. A seeking to understand and asking of questions in terms of why they're coming from that perspective. Opening myself to learn more about myself. Maybe there is some aspect there that I need to pay attention to. I need to grow beyond, etc. So I think this is going to be an interesting book to read. I think it's called Women Working or Women at Work, one of the two. And I'm trying to think of what the woman's name is. Can't pull it at the moment, but I can put it in the feed when it pops into my head. Anywho, so today I would invite you to practice sincerity, being sincere, and know that when your heart is in whatever it is, if you're saying something, if you're doing something, if you're just being, yep, totally get that, totally get that. So taking the time to practice this sincerity, because I think that sincerity activates your heart chakra and is going to put you in the position of being more kind and loving to yourself. All right? More kind and loving to yourself. All right? So that's what I wish for all of us today. Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.